Hey everyone, and welcome back to Travel Tip Tuesday on the Travel Mug podcast.
My favorite Tuesday.
I know, a tip for you because it's Tuesday.
Yes.
I, Megan, would like to talk about water. So I know what, but I drink a lot of water. I'm super duper hydrated and I don't really have much anxiety, but having available drinking water is definitely one of the few things on my list that I get anxious about when traveling. Luckily, drinking water and rehydrating very easily done. Like you can catch back up on it very quickly. Peter has reminded me of this so many times. Chill out. We'll have some water in a minute. Um, but as we're getting ready for a trip to Cuba in February, we both prepared this time around in a couple of different ways. So we've both this time gotten our Twinrix vaccinations. That's for hepatitis A and B. I got mine earlier in the year. Peter just finished up with his, so he's ready to go. Up until this year, we've traveled a lot and gone to the Caribbean a lot as well. And not gotten sick myself personally from anything there. Never been an issue for me, but Peter does sometimes get sick when we go to Caribbean countries. So we're going for 2 weeks, and we just kind of felt this time around it was probably a good idea to protect against Hep A and B, which of course Twinrix does, and the shots supposedly last a lifetime, so you don't have to get more. We also plan to get a prescription for Dukoral to help ward off any other stomach bugs as much as possible.
Yeah.
And we'll take over-the-counter products with us to have on hand as well. So a lot of this does tie back to the water situation.
Right.
So when you're going to places that don't have the same standards in terms of water, let's say as North America, because that's what we're used to.
Yeah.
And often, of course, through no fault of their own, we're just not used to what's in their water. So drinking it safely is probably not really an option. So if you're going to a resort and you're likely going to have drinks, alcohol or not, you're still going to have something to drink. So either kind of two options. You ask for no ice, or if you have ice, my advice is to prepare in advance before the trip, doing the things I've already mentioned, because otherwise you're kind of taking a little bit of a chance. Drinking bottled water is so key on resorts, and there's so much plastic and it bothers me so much, but really there's no other choice and I have to choose hydration.
Fair.
But really that should be the only water you're drinking consistently when you go to a Caribbean country. When brushing your teeth, don't drink that water either. Some people don't even use it to brush their teeth. They actually use their bottled water to do so. I don't bother. I've never had an issue, but again, it's whatever your comfort zone is. And I also make it a habit, no matter where I'm traveling, literally anywhere in the world, is I always ask at the front desk of hotels and inns if you can drink their water.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is this about safety, but also it can save money, especially if you have a reusable water bottle with you. Why not refill it for free?
Yes.
You know?
Love that.
Now the only place I do not drink water as much is road trips. There's nothing more annoying than having to stop and use the washroom frequently. So for that, I do have as little as water as possible. Those are usually the moments before we arrive at our destination that Peter's like, you're going to have some water in a bit. It's fine. But I don't know. So I guess overall, I think there's a risk no matter where you go, but I think if you prepare yourself properly, you'll be fine. So Jen, is like water ever a concern or even on your mind when you travel?
So no, but yeah. So I've traveled within North America and Europe. So I haven't been like super concerned about like accessible, safe drinking water because it's pretty good.
Right.
That being said, I'm a chronically dehydrated person, so I
Oh,
probably need you to come around and be like, drink more water, drink more
oh,
water.
okay.
I'm working on it. I'm working on
All
it.
right.
So I have to be really careful that I'm staying hydrated enough, right? And we just talked about Vegas and how hot it is. And I had to be really careful. I've already told you my Vegas story of my arrival day. There's an arrival day travel tip Tuesday, a couple ones back, if you want to go listen to that story.
It's a doozy.
Because she wasn't pretty. But it could have probably been avoided if I had just drank some water. So yeah, and just be mindful if you're going to somewhere hot like the Caribbean or Vegas or Florida or whatever, and if you're being more active than normal, if you're swimming, if you're walking a lot, you should probably drink some water, and you should also probably consider electrolytes. So I like to travel with, it's called Vega Sport Powder. You can get it in the organic section at Superstore here in Nova Scotia. You can order it online, but you put it in your water. It makes it taste better. Plus it's electrolytes and it's not as much sugar as like a Gatorade.
I never
Um,
thought of doing this before. I think I'm going to take some with me when we go. Good
yeah.
plan.
Yeah,
I could use an electrolyte, I'm sure.
I'm sure you can. And I think some places sell like the little tubes where you just like rip off the top and dump the whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
in. I have like a container, and some people can't see me, but it's like a smallish container that's like doesn't take up a lot of space and you just scoop it out. Yeah, I really like it. So,
I thank you. Thank you for the tip,
oh,
Jen.
you're welcome.
I
So
love
glad I
that.
could help.
Wonderful. Well, this has been fabulous. Well, friends, that's it. For this week's episode of Travel Tip Tuesday. Drink up,
Yeah.
stay hydrated, Jen, you included, but do so safely.
Yeah.
That's been the name of the whole tip. And thanks so much for tuning in. So, as usual, you can find us on the socials at Travel Mug Podcast. Our website, beautiful place to visit, travelmugpodcast.com. And we would really love it here in early 2023 if you could leave us a 5-star review. It helps the show, and you love us. So why not do it? Why else would you be here? All right, until next time, bye.
Cheers.